I'm part of the bomb squad.
And we are here at the beautiful Brighton Lacrosse Club. It is 2025 Lacrosse Australia Under-18s Championships. And have we put some weather on tonight? It has been a glorious day here in Adelaide, 34 degrees. It's about 22 here. And we have a pressure cooker about to happen here. South Australia against WA. And when we start the big games, we have only the best come in. And that is Mr. Peter Greenhouse. Welcome, mate. Good to be back on the mics again.
Oh, I've been chomping at the bit to get on the mics, Tony. I've been here all day. Seen some great lacrosse from both the women's and men's division, and yeah, can't wait to see this game. This is going to be a cracker.
Yeah, WA with a few returning players from last year's under-18 team, and they look good in their warm-up tonight. They were shooting top corners out there at the moment as they're just still going for a bit of a shoot around up and under the bar. And South Australia down the other end. Well, I saw who ripped that down there. One of the boys, yeah, absolutely. Matty Ross ripped a corner down there earlier against Liam. And yeah, look, if he's got his sights on like that, we could be in for a really good game here.
Yeah, look, Tony, I really love watching the junior comps. I love it. Yeah, I was mentioned to you earlier today, we had the under-15 comp earlier, or late last year rather, and we looked through some of these lists on both teams, and you know, we're seeing some of these names coming through the ranks, and that's what really excites me about this age group is you see these kids come through, and you know, some of these kids will be playing at the Olympics, I reckon.
Well, Frencham, mate. Yep. We saw him in the under-15s. He was a man-child.
He was.
In the under-15s.
Yep.
And was very dominant. So now that next step up to this under-18 level, and it is a bit of a step up. And your first game of the tournament, and it is a championship game where these really do matter. You get a win on the board, you almost secure a final spot in your first game when you're playing a championship team.
Yeah, so the way it works, correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, is we do have a team from New Zealand and we do have Vic A. I'm not sure if Vic A can win the championship, but New Zealand, unfortunately for them, cannot. This is great experience for them, though. So, yeah, these teams, Western Australia, South Australia and Victoria, are really playing for sheep stations.
And it's fantastic to have our cousins from Australia East over on the Australia West. It's always good to have New Zealand out, and if you are watching live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network, we welcome you to our coverage here as the officials, splendid in their black and white, go about their job here. Now, Shane Abbott looks like he's going to be the head ref out there, world experience, so the boys are in good hands when he's running the crew.
Yeah, and be prepared to see some good flag heights as well. I believe Shane might be holding the record for highest flag.
I think in his own lunchbox, he holds the record. But it'll be beautiful against this night sky. It is absolutely glorious out here, and I tell you what, when he throws that flag up high, you'll see it in the lights, and it'll just trickle back down to the ground because not a breath of wind out here at all. It is probably the most perfect playing weather that you're going to get for this sport at the moment.
And what I am really excited about, Tony, is, like I said, seeing some of these young kids. I'm going to go through a couple of these names. We've got, Attenborough, Bailey Attenborough, as the SA boys just come on. He's going to be good. Tyler Mead as well is going to be one to watch for the SA crew. I'm pretty sure he was in the under-15 comp. And as the WA boys come out, Cooper Rigolevich, mentioned his name a few times, as did I mentioned Magnus Waring-Smith as well as Frencham, who you've also mentioned. So this is going to be a great game with a couple of talented teams, mate.
And just looking at the goalie there for Western Australia, Benjamin Mason, he is a big lump of a lad, isn't he?
He gives Jai Bidwell Barton vibes.
He does, doesn't he? He's got the
long flowing locks out the back.
Out the back, and got some good size about him. But when you look at the WA side, they are a big unit.
They are a big bunch of boys there. But, you know, I think SA matches are maybe in the height department, maybe not so much in the size department. There's some big boys out there.
Well, the nerves are about to be released here as South Australia break from their huddle. And we'll see Attenborough coming into the middle here. That is the Riley variety to the centre. And for WA, that is going to be Lachlan Daniel, I think, in there. So Daniel up against Attenborough as the respective players head to their end. The South Australians will be shooting to the left of the screen. WA to the club end here at Brighton Lacrosse Club. We wish both teams the best of luck here. Live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network as Mr. Shane Abbott will set the face-off here. Attenborough up against Daniel. As Zach Tremlett pushes out. Ball to be won. And there's going to be a hold there. And the ball will go the way of WA. So Attenborough will have to release the ball. Does that. Gives the ball there to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, he'll just get an offensive set here. Ball down here to McCracken. McCracken has the ball down at the bottom there for Mitchell Lewis. Mitchell Lewis just looking to go right, left. Good defense there, just getting up and under. Ball back there to McCracken. McCracken finds Everall. Everall over the side, a dodge coming here. Comes down the left-hand side, shot had. Ball up and over. WA will get the first on. And if you are new to lacrosse, as the shot is had, if you are closest to the ball going out, you get it back. So WA, those little 1%, Pete.
Yeah, Frensham coming straight out of the barriers there with a big shot on his left. Just comes down.
And WA...
That was Mitch White there.
And he was one I was talking off air about early. Mitch White, he has been good up forward for WA in the couple of occasions that I've seen him. And Mitch White gets on the board for WA, and they are out to a 1-0 lead.
Great play there, Tony. Took his match up to X. Obviously liked what he had a go and came out on top of that battle. But that's just the first goal of a long war, mate.
Well, win the first face-off, win the first. Good work there from Attenborough. Attenborough takes it. He's on a fast band break, kicks the ball over, down to the bottom corner. Just one extra pass, and a flag will be thrown here. And we'll see where that is going to go on as a couple of guys head to the bench. That one there might be on the defender there, and Tyler Hill as he sits down.
Like the speed
1
there.
minute legal body, so he's given a late one there, and SA with a power play opportunity early.
That's it. Like the speed from Attenborough. He picked that ball up and he was off to the races, mate. Good work.
So ball comes around here to Williams. Williams, ball up to the top, looks to fire. Top shelf. Rattle goes the cookie jar early there.
That's your man, Matt Ross.
I tell you what, we spoke about him at the start of the warm-up. He ripped one of them past the keeper in the warm-up. Well, he's got that dialed in tonight. And Matty Ross on the board, 1-1.
And he just stuck that just over the helmet of the goalie there, hitting just under the bar, but a lot of speed in that shot. And a great finish from Matt Ross.
Yeah, not much the keeper could have done there, as that's the first shot he's seen there, is Mason. And if you're going to see shots like that early, you're going to have to be on your game. Illegal procedure there, and ball will start with Attenborough again. And we're just being asked to come back. Attenborough kicks it over there to McGurr. McGurr finds Matthews. Matthews comes top centre. Ball down on the bottom corner. Fires the ball back through X. Williams has the ball now. Looks to come up. Little rotation out. Man up opportunity. Looking to sneak the corner. Does sneak the corner and pops it away. And Bailey Attenborough just running the little sneak off the back corner. And Attenborough gets his first. SA out to a 2-1 lead here, Pete.
Tyler Mead come straight off the bench, Tone, straight into the crease. He was directing traffic, telling people where to go, where they need to be. And this is a young kid that played under 15s last year, so great leadership from him. But he just stepped up, did enough to draw that player. So with that allowed
Riley Attenborough there.
yeah, Attenborough
Bailey Attenborough.
to come around and sneak that corner.
So ball back into the centre. SA leading. And a ball won there by Danny Kim. Danny Kim looks to the bottom again. Fires another one through the 5-hole. And South Australia in the blink of an eye after WA scoring early sees Bailey Attenborough get his second. That first one went just past the shoulder. The second one went through the 5-hole. Good work here from South Australia in their transition. Didn't get a chance to get down low there. But Bailey Attenborough getting his second of the game.
Yeah, SA really becoming quite dominant early in their face-off there, Tony, with both Danny Kim and Attenborough winning their face-offs. I think they've only lost their first one. And as we go back down, they've come up with another one.
Kim again, picks the ball up, gets the ball out in front of him, ball to be won. Still going at it, Kim. Good attack there from the defender. And great pick up down the back here from Meyer. Meyer just pops it to the keeper and says, there you go, Mace. You can get that one out. So Benjamin Mason with the ball as substitutes come on.
So this slow clear is going to become a thing of the past soon, Tony.
It
Shot
is.
clocks and clear clocks coming in.
Well, I heard the new rules the other day, Pete, for the shot clocks, and we won't back on about it because our partners over in the US do a fair bit of that themselves.
Yep.
But yeah, 20 as we see great pass up the top here and ball in the stick here of McCracken. McCracken just gets a little push and we've got a timeout called here. And a good timeout there from WA. Just wearing the pressure, but timeout was called before that.
Yeah, surprising pressure from Kamek there, and you know, not a huge lad by any stretch, but really let his opponent know he was right on his tail.
And it's amazing, isn't it? You get a little bit of momentum in this game, and all of a sudden you get players who you don't expect to do some of these things, just getting on the toes and being able to get up and about. And it's great pressure just to put it, but good time out from WA there. And Glenn Morley,
yeah,
experienced coach,
he's
been around.
Been around a few tournaments in his lifetime, and I'm sure he'll be around a lot more. But, yeah, WA just need to get a stop here, maybe get, you know, a sneaky one or two.
Well, they won that first face-off from a legal procedure
Yep.
with the hold. So how do you stop Attenborough and Kim? Because they've both now been dominant against Lachlan Daniel, and he looks like he's come in as their main face-off. Be interesting to see what Glenn Morley does here after this timeout.
I've seen one tactic is putting a long pole in, but might be a bit early for that tactic. But you really got to cut off that fast break out of anything, because that fast break, SA has been dangerous and made them pay for them.
Yep, well, as you say, Attenborough and Kim have been getting their own way in the centre, and the ball will start here through Bior. Bior kicks the ball over here to Wills. Lockie Wills, he feels like he's been down in this grade for an eternity. Lockie Wills. So ball down to the bottom corner. McCracken. Back here to Bior. Wills cuts in. Looks over, and there's the coach killer right there. You've used the timeout. And that ball hasn't gone out. Ball 2-1 here. And just tiptoeing. You can't touch the ball if you are out of bounds. And we got a push called there on South Australia. And WA get away with one there. Christian Bior. Over to Wills. Wills up the top, going to use his wheels. And he has got a set of them. Little flip. That's not what they were looking for. We've got a flag here. And tell you what, in the heat of the game, is he going to get a hold for that, is he? Okay. Said he had a hand on the back. So that is technically correct. So if you have your hand open on the back of a player, that will be assessed a hold. So correct call there from the official.
WA getting their first man-up opportunity.
So, ball up the top now. Mitchell Lewis. Down to the bottom left. Little rotation starting to happen. Cut comes in, looks back up the top. Finds Glass. And Glass, but the shot went up and over. And South Australia, just need to take the time there, Liam. Philippa.
No hurry. You are a man down, you're getting a bit of pressure, but yeah, you've got to make sure of those passes.
Well, that's where you want to hold the ball until someone comes to you. You've got a man in the box who's there for 30 seconds. So, take a bit of pressure, use your feet, and back in a man-up situation here. Man comes on from the bench. That man is Bior. Bior passes the ball down, gets it straight back, looks at he's going to have to shoot better than that in a man-up. And I'm sure Gmo will have a conversation around that. Ball looked up. That's gone through 1, through 2, and keeps it in. Good work, but great pick up there from the defender there in Rigalivic. We've seen him. Good pressure, though, from South Australia. Ball comes loose. Picked up there by Whitty. Ball still on the ground. And picked up and coming back the other way now here through Allen. Allen got some good wheels on him.
Just both teams just rushing a bit, Tony. I think they're still feeling a bit nervous, I reckon.
Good save there. I reckon he might have just got a little toe on that one. And that is going South Australia's way. He is good little dive there just to be closest to the ball when it went out of bounds. And South Australia, again, will clear this ball.
Good chance now for South Australia just to hold some possession. The game's been up and down.
They've got a man open here. He needs to stretch now. He needs to stretch. Does stretch. And that's a good now. Ball is well taken there by Ethan Napoli. Tell you what, he obviously has been doing yoga because that stretch would have done my 2 hamstrings. Ball comes down the back. So ball is here with Napoli again as it filters around here to Attenborough. Attenbrother. Valentinchik. Back to Napoli. And Williams with the ball now. Just running to top centre. And just running into trouble there is Christian. Good look inside. Oh, that's a good save from the keeper, but that's a cracking shot there from Webb. I know that might have been a tink, but goes to the goalie anyway. So ball with Williams back up the top.
Just watching the South Australian play there, and there's a lot of good ball movement. Movement off the ball rather, which is free.
That's a great shot from low, and that's Riley Attenborough. He saw his brother put one down there earlier, and Riley Attenborough has come around the corner. That was a great little bounce shot as we see that on the replay here. That has hit top corner when that has come up and off. Watch this here, bang up. Top left-hand corner.
A lot of bounce with this warmer weather we've had over the last week or so, Tony. But great ball movement off the ball. I was saying that, and all the attackers were doing their job, keeping their defence occupied, which allowed that drive to happen.
So Kim back in the centre for South Australia. He's going 2 from 2 so far, and just dives around. Ball to be won. Ball comes out the back, still ground ball to be won. Great pickup, just couldn't quite keep it in the stick. Looking to create space there as the ball is a loose ball push, and that will go the way of South Australia. Zach Tremlett right on the spot there, has a bit of readjustment there from Mead. And Meady coming from that under 15 competition too, Tyler Mead. He is, which was in South Australia last year, you called?
Yeah, it was. Tyler being a big part of that Phantoms team that he played in.
So Looks to rotate. Kicks the ball there to Williams. Williams comes inside. Mead drives, tries to drive down. A bigger body, not on. Ball kicked over there to Ross. And the ball is back down on the back corner. Good pick there. And fires that one across. And that is going to be a South Australian ball. Well backed up down there.
Great little two-man game behind the goal there, Tony. Didn't quite come off this time, but I think we'll see that again.
And plenty of pressure here. Williams looking to use his legs there against Jet Hall. Ball comes back up the top. Ross, this is his shooting space. And, well, that is his shooting space on the left hand that time, but pushes that one to the left of the cage. And South Australia with the backup. Ball comes back up the top here to Ross. Over to Mead. Mead. As cutters come through. Back to Mead. Mead looks to get top side. Doesn't. Ball up the top. Good save from the keeper. Comes off. Great pick up there from the long stick. And good interception there from Mead. Mead, ball to be won on the ground. Just need to focus on the contest. And that is going to be a loose ball there as a little bit of testosterone gets waved around on the sideline.
Just some lads having a chat, Tony. Nothing to see here, mate.
Nothing to see here. So Mead wins that ball. Gets it over to Matthews. Matthews passes it down but gets it back now. Ball comes over to Williams. Williams to Ross. Ross comes in to set a pick in a two-man game. Not there. It's going to be a moving pick as he was legs were in motion when that was happening.
Yeah, one of those unnecessary turnovers, the moving pick. But WA come on a fast break.
And
found, I think that was not
no,
Frencham.
just the pass there from Rodriguez looked to find his teammate down there in Mitchell White, who was the goal scorer for WA, but passed it at his shoelaces. And South Australia with an opportunity here. Looks up. Oh, that has gone straight off the scone, and they're going to get that back.
Good chase. That was the young fella that got hit there.
I was going to say, it's hit him in the back of the skull.
Tyler Hill has just got smashed with the ball, and he's then backed up the shot and got it. Got it back for his team.
So keeper with the ball here. Benjamin Mason. Hill will slow it up and look to set up a clear here for WA.
Yeah,
can't be long left in this contest. About 2 minutes, I reckon, Pete, maybe?
Yeah, a bit under 2 minutes, Tone. I think this slow clear is the way WA want to go about their business.
Well, we saw the knockdown. Oh, it gets put under pressure. Good run out there from Oscar Meyer. He's good with it. He's been good with the long stick, mate.
He has.
In fact, I reckon it was Meyer that actually got nutted that before. Oh, good save. Well, straight in the helmet. But it still counts as a save there for Falepa. Falepa passes the ball over. There's an option in the middle here. Kicks it up. And ball will come down through Valencienic.
SA 4-1 lead here. They wouldn't mind getting another one before this quarter-time break. They do have the possession uphill, but just moving the ball around, getting some instruction there from Max Williams. Just settle the ball down. There isn't any need to rush. About a minute to go now.
Oh, there was a substitution there too from WA, which was very late. And again, that ball will turn over, and they're the ones that the coaches hate. Late into red time.
Yeah, the last thing they would want now is that unforced error to then come back and bite them in the backside. WA have done this. The one goal they've got was from a clear, so possibly would like to do the same thing again.
And pressure is all over the shorty here. And he manages to clear it out quite well there. It does Glass, trying to just get some cracks in that, but nothing had, and ball turns over as the pass wasn't able. Oh, I thought that was coming straight down the middle then, Pete. My angles were all over the place. As Falepa, good hit out the outer side. Limited time left in this first quarter.
Yep.
Looks over with the bounce pass. We'll call it bounce pass, and we're going to time out here.
Time out.
So last opportunity for South Australia in the first quarter. Currently leading 4-1 here. And what do the coaches draw up here, Pete?
Yeah.
They've been good on that bottom corner.
They have been good on that bottom corner, and you would look to exploit that again, but I just can't imagine there's that long left.
Or have we got another Ross bomb from top centre?
He's been good. But he has let a couple go, and I think the goalie there, big Ben Mason, he might have got his eye in. I don't know that Matt's going to get another goal like that. Look, I'll
back him, gamble responsibly, but I'll back him tonight. I think there's another one coming.
I don't know how long's left, but what about the old sneaky, everyone just get in the crease and pop out?
Pop out.
Maybe you dump one, find the free man, and see what happens.
I had a play called Chaos once upon a time where I lined everyone up on the opposite side, and just, it was literally some chaos. Our man who makes everything happen, Scotty Gill, might even remember the Chaos play. No, that's how good my coaching was.
Yeah, I think he tried to forget that one by the look on his face. But I think that Chaos play, that could be where I lean. But again, I don't know how long's left on the clock.
Well,
if it's 5 seconds, give it a shot.
You're not going to waste the time out with 5 seconds to go. So I would suggest that there's at least 30 on the clock.
Okay.
So they might have a chance to have drawn something up here. Anson Carter, obviously on the coaching staff as well. Australian offensive player for the Sharks. So they're just trying to spread them out. And they've come on with not enough players, so that's not the greatest start in the world.
Or was that the plan, Tony?
Well, I mean, it might have been the plan, and it could work, and it does work. So coaches have drawn one up there for South Australia, and it comes through the stick of Mitchell Webb. And maybe it was the old sneaky, there's not enough players on. They look around, who have I got? And before you know it, someone's in the middle.
There was a bit of miscommunication there. Defender looked to swap, but then didn't. Mitch Webb taking full advantage, got the space, got his arms free, and put that one around the legs of Ben Mason.
I might even go and ask Anson after the game, just whether that was the drawn-up play. He might not tell me, but I can't think that you'd keep someone on the bench. But anyway, another opportunity is there. Attenborough picks the ball up, fast man break, gets in 1, 2, and pops that one just to the left-hand side of the right post. And ball goes out of bounds. So, got to be limited time now as Mead has the ball. Up here to Ross. Ross just passing the ball down the back, looking at a two-man game. They like this right-hand corner. Pick comes up, Mead. Ross, he will look to shoot. Ross rolls inside, does get inside, looks to fire, and pops it away. And Ross gets the first of the first quarter. Has he got the last one of the first quarter?
Yeah, Matt Ross just, again, liked his matchup. He pulls up against the shorty. And the way he's been playing and moving really well and just stuck it right past the shoulder of Mason. Great play by Matt Ross. Well done.
South Australia just blossoming this lead out now. It's 6-1. And they need to get it done from the centre draw here. Do WA. Ball down again with Kim. Kim finds it out to his teammate there in Matthews. Looks up, good pace, great pace, just hung it out. Oh, gets hold of the ball, might have got a flag there, did get a flag, and look at the flag height, just up in the lights, just trickling down. And we'd love to see some good flag height in this, and got one high for a cross-check.
Yep, not a shooting star, it is a flag, but somehow that ball stayed in his stick. But yeah, there was that second one just after the good check. Just a bit high with the bottom hand, just almost a punch. Not a punch, but yeah, very close. Clock is with the ref. So we're within 30.
All right, so under 30, shot had, ball come back the other way. Can WA get one in the last 30 seconds? Clock is on the field effectively. So ball with the face-off player there in Daniel, and he gets mugged on the outer side here. And the whistle goes for the quarter-time break. South Australia leading 6-1 after WA got on the board first to start the scoring. And then it was all South Australia from there. And they had some multiple goal scorers in that quarter, Pete.
Yeah, they certainly did, mate. The big or young Bailey Attenborough came out with 2. Matt Ross got the first and the last, as you said. Riley Attenborough got 1. Mitch Webb with 1 too. That's the 6 goals for South Australia. And Mitchell White, just the solitary goal scorer for WA. I've got Ben Mason down for 4 saves.
Yeah.
He's been pretty good down there. He's had some good shots he's had to try and stop.
Well, that's effectively, you know, six goals, 4 saves. That's going at 40%.
Yep.
You know, if your goalies go at 40% and above, you're pretty happy with their work, Pete.
Yeah, and Liam Philippa hasn't had too much to trouble him. Has 2 saves, but SA just winning all the ball out of the face-off, mate. I've got him down here as six face-off possessions.
Yep. And the one that started it for WA was the illegal procedure in the hold. So
yeah, that's right. So the WA really got to find some way to stop these young South Australian centremen dominating this game.
Kim and Attenborough have both been very, very good in the centre, and as the coaches just have their chat here.
Just seeing some replays on the screen here, Tony. Look, this one looks like the Mitch Webb man up, not man up. The play that was a play, but that wasn't a play.
Yeah, we're going to sneak him on from the boundary while they're all looking around, going, "Where's my man supposed to be?"
And then Matt Ross just taking his man on from the top.
Maybe we'll nickname that the Casper play.
Casper,
the ghost that you don't see.
Ah, yes, I see where you're going with that one, Tony.
So, I'm glad you're with me, Pete, because most people wouldn't.
I see what you're trying to do there.
It's a stretch, a bit like my blue tack.
But no, great start from the South Australian lads. Really dominating out of the face-off and making the most of the possessions.
And the good thing is they don't have to have a face-off here in the start of the second, because they were in a penalty situation, even though they were in the penalty.
Yep.
And they had control of the ball. So WA start the ball. Oh, just sneaks between 2 players there. Looks down the bottom corner. Oh, no. Should have just kept the plane he was on. I'll tell you what, because the other plane was the one that took off above the cage and just about ended up over in the back house.
Yeah, Lachlan Wills got a bit excited there. I could see his eyes light up from here and just gave it a bit too much.
Got a turnover.
Zach Parrish now with the ball for SA. Bringing it down.
Finds
Attenborough.
Attenborough. Good body there from Frencham. And again, he is a big body. He doesn't mind putting it in, Frencham. A flag down there. Fires from the top. And got to tell you, Pete, I reckon that might have been Mr. Ross.
That was your man, Matt Ross. Found with plenty of space at the top there by his teammate. He shot that just inside the 15-metre fan, Tony. So that's a big shot from a long way out, and he's done a good job of putting that past Mason.
And that's the one I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But it may happen again.
Yep, yeah, well, look, you were watching him in the warm-up and you called it early, and he hasn't let you down.
He has not let me down. Ball back into the centre. Oh, break there from WA. Simultaneous calling. And a reface here. Must have been a break on the outer side from South Australia and a break in the centre. So,
okay.
Break from one, break from the other, and we'll have a break while we get reset. You can see just leaning in here is Daniel, just trying to do everything to, and ball comes out the back. Daniel, good opportunity. Oh, nearly picks it up, keeps it in front of him. Ball still there to be won, and finds Philippa. Good little pass backwards just making the long stick have to pick it up on his toes in Virgo. And ball is down on the ground. Ball still to be won. Someone needs to go through the contest, and that someone is Tyler Hill. Does get through. Man comes on, needs to release that ball to him, and he does that now. Ball with glass.
WA just need to get a bit of settled play here. They are down 7-1, so they really need to put something in place here where they can make a decent attacking move. This could be it. On a short sticker, Jake Matthews defending there against White.
Looks to get inside, does get inside, pops it down. Probably could have shot that at that distance. Ball coming back the other way. Glass doing his best to try and break it up.
Oh.
And that's going to be a flag there. And we're going to have a loose ball push. Goal.
Yeah, well, I saw some sticks flying there, Tony. I thought it was going to go differently, but SA coming up with the ball.
If a wood chop could chop wood.
Something like that, yes.
Yes. So, but South Australia will take the ball here. Whitty kicks the ball over there to Matthews. Matthews passes down to the back. And ball rotates back up to the top. Back here to Whitty. Whitty again goes. Matthews kicks it back here to Ross. Ross, little one to his in Attenborough. That's Bailey, just runs into trouble. Fires low. And that is Bailey Attenborough, who just gets his hat-trick for the night. And South Australia are just starting to really put a gap in this game with good shooting at the moment.
Yeah, again, just a big shot from up top. I mean, you've got a lot of goal to look at when you're shooting from the top. And the SA boys are making the most of it. I wonder, like the lighting, maybe the goalies are not used to this. A lot of these kids wouldn't have played under lights before.
Well, I mean, Mason, seriously, his head's up about the lights. He's a big boy, he is. So, stands well above the goals. Ball here with Attenborough. Nice little flick out. Finds Mead. Mead. And just kicks that one over there to Smolacombe. As Joel finds his way to the substitution bench. And Ross comes on. He's got a handful in his bag today. That's not the shot. He just runs on and off balance. Defender up and under his arms. And pushes that one past the cage, but backed up by his South Australian teammate. Max Williams looks to go again. Ball comes down the side there. Finds Webb. Webb has the ball over there to Attenborough. Attenborough just misses Ross up the top, but Williams picks that one back up. Ross. Back to Mead. Back to Ross. Ball over here. Finds Williams, finds Mead. Attenborough looks to step to that spot again. Good trail check there from the defender, Tyler Hill. And it was like he was climbing up one there as Hill just came from above. And ball flicked out, and it will be in the stick of the keeper, fortuitously for WA. And no damage done in the offensive end. Looks up the middle, good pass to his teammate in Rodriguez. Rodriguez, opportunity here for WA if they can move the ball quickly. Oh, that is sweet on the bottom corner from Mitch White. Gets the second for WA. Little low quick stick, Pete.
This is another one of those clearing goals that WA have got. Just finding the free player in the middle, and now they create the extra man opportunity. So just having a look, you know, dink, dink, and goal.
Little down below quick stick.
It was a down below. It wasn't the greatest pass to get when you're coming down on a transition, but he made the most of it.
He did make the most of it.
Got it past Philippa's legs.
And yeah, not much a keeper can do when it's coming out of your stick quicker than it's going in there.
So Mitch White now getting 2 goals. He's the only goal scorer for WA at the moment.
So Kim back in the centre. Kim comes the ball out as ball to be won. So Kim needs to pick the ball up under massive pressure. Opportunity here for someone as Virgo manages to pick that one up. Looks down the bottom corner. No, goes deeper than that down to Attenborough. Or just a little run down this right hand there from Jack McGurr. Could have looked at it, but decided that patience was the order of that play and allow the long sticker to get off. And South Australia set up in a as a bomb is had from the outer side there, and have a guess who that came from.
That was Matt Ross, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
you are very
There
correct. He likes that 15 metre. I reckon he's been out at Clubland just on the women's fan shooting bombs. Oh, that one's just gone up and wide there from Jed Whitty.
Yep, doesn't mind it. And the way the guys have been shooting and Mason's been seeing them, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Have those long shots. See another one here maybe? No. Finds it. We get it down to X.
Whitty to McGurr. McGurr. Back up here to Whitty. Whitty picks a shorty up. Defender's already gone, so need to look. And tink, tink, tink off the bar. As Williams in the right spot. Great trail check. Oh, that has got obviously not what he has seen. As a slash straight across the arm. And that is going on Oscar Meyer. Thought he got a good piece of that, but obviously Zach Tremler in a much better spot than we are, Pete.
Yeah, it might have been the second one. Just looking at the replay, could have been the second one. Might have copped him on the elbow, but yeah, I'd play on in my book.
So ball comes back up the top. Man up opportunity for South Australia. Back to Ross. Ross has got some heat coming out of that stick tonight.
Yeah, I don't want to be Mason.
Well, you've been in there, Pete. We've
yeah.
I saw you play. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking there. Good attack there from the WA defender. He's been good. Has Tyler Hill broken up a couple of plays? Hill. Oh, good check there from Ross. Doing it on both ends. Ball to be won as the
Moving pick call by Shane Abbott down there.
second one of the game.
Yeah. On the defensive team.
So ball here with WA as they are a man down still. So they'll try and run this penalty out as it just clears now. So even numbers. White looks to come down, or gives him too much space there. It just tries to flick it back, probably not the play. Ball back up the top, but the defence has collapsed. Good save there from Philippa down low from the shot there of Frencham. And Philippa looking to find a teammate. Does that in Whitty. Oh, sorry, that's not Whitty. That is McGurr. Sorry, the 11 and the 17 look very similar when they're running at that pace. And ball comes back here to Attenborough. So Bailey. Ball back up the top to Williams. Back to Matty Ross. Down here to McGurr. McGurr on his left. Little rotation, a little bit of a weave happening up the top here. No, little two-man game. Look at. Looks down the bottom corner. Just couldn't quite handle the ball. Ball to be won. Oh, great pick-up. Fantastic pick-up there from Mitchell Webb.
Yeah, good work, young fella. Didn't just went for the ball.
Well, only one that wanted that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, Matty Ross not in his accustomed to shooting position. I'm sure he'll get to it when he wants to. Little two-man game again. Looks to come down, set down the bottom. Just ball fires around. Oh, good step there from McGurr, and gets a piece of that one. Does the keeper?
Didn't mind the step. There isn't a lot going on off the ball at the moment, which I think is why the SA scoring rate might have slowed down. They are just standing around a bit, maybe playing a different strategy. I don't know.
So McGurr. Down to Ross, down to Bailey Attenborough. Ball up the top, just using the body to try and get in. And ball moved down here to Ross. So Napoli up the top here. He doesn't mind shooting the long ball either, does Ethan? So a real little bit of slow here. Good pick, great pick there from Napoli. And now just needs to release. He's gone into far too much trouble there, and that's going to be a loose ball push, is it? A hold call on South Australia.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking at the replay here, Jack McGurr does take on almost the whole team. Probably should have pulled that out earlier, but not sure where the holds come.
Williams against Glass. And keeps it onside. Glass with the ball. Passes it down, but gets the ball back. Everall with the ball now. Over to Bior. Bior has White to his left. Everall to his right. I like that, Pete. 8, 9, 10 up the top. That makes it easy.
Yeah, that's why they do it, just for the commentary team.
White picks up the long stick, falls over. The grass monster. He's out here tonight as well. Flag comes up. Good height there from the black and white there in Tremlett. Slash for 1 minute. And that is going on Zach Parrish. So Zach Parrish will sit down for a minute for the slash. Opportunity here for WA. Ball up the top to Glass.
Again, not a lot in that check, Tony. Play on. But WA set up in the 3-3.
Glass getting some space here. Everall. Back to Glass. Little rotation. Looking to step inside. Looks to fire. And there's going to be a... interference, was it? No, something. Okay. Too many. Okay, so is there too many long poles on? Well, that should be a penalty.
There is a guy in the box.
If there's a guy in the box, then and there's too many long sticks on, then that should be a penalty. We just need to get this sorted out a little here. I was waiting for a penalty to be called there, Pete, because they've stopped play to assess whatever was going on. It's because not do you ever get just taken out to the side and get to start here without something having gone on. So
they really stopped the mid-play too, almost.
So there's two. Okay, so there's two South Australians in the penalty box now. So one will be for a 30-second for a legal procedure for too many long sticks on the field.
Great opportunity now for WA. 2-man up. Need to capitalise on this opportunity.
4 zone. They really need to move the ball quickly and then in and out of space. So ball looks over the other side to White. White looks to step in. Looks, good finish there from White. He has been the prolific goal scorer for this WA team. Just came in, tucked it inside, and then popped it top left over the keeper's shoulder.
Yeah, interesting play in a man-up situation, but, it worked. Had 2 defenders sitting on the guy in the crease, and...
well, I thought he was going to try that little backhand one he did before.
Yeah.
Where he came down and then dropped the hands and then threw it back into the crease with a little shovel almost. But just tucked the hands and no one came to him. So he thought, well, I'll continue to put this in the back of the net.
Yep.
Ball is picked up here by Attenborough. And just finds the white line there without going over. Good breaks there from Mitchell Lewis.
Better than mine.
I'll tell you what, Pete, both of us, we would have still been getting into the end netting if we were going that, not that we'd ever go that quick, but that end netting would have stopped us.
Yeah, once gravity takes hold, Tony.
Oh, and it has. Ball back up the top here with Matthews. Matthews to Mead. Mead. Oh, good inside look there. That could come off. Oh, another pass which just missed the man, and it's gone out of bounds. WA will bring the ball back in, and they'll bring it back in through Meyer.
It was a great look by Tyler Mead, and almost had it backed up to create another opportunity as WA bring the ball down with their short sticker.
Rodriguez.
That's Rodriguez bringing it down, finding number 11, Lachlan Wills, on the corner there, getting it to X.
So ball comes down the back, just making his teammate have to earn that possession. There is Everall, but Everall good enough to get it done, and timeout here called to Gold. And that's their second timeout of the half. If you are new to lacrosse, 2 timeouts per half. If you don't use them, you lose them. So
exactly right.
Why not use them? Opportunity here. We've got, what is it, about 3 minutes, give or take, 2 minutes?
The clock is saying 1 minute 43.
Okay.
So, you know, there's plenty of time still in this game for WA to get one back here. Really need to. At 8-3, they are not going to want to go into the halftime break 5 goals down. So to get another one back, they just finish on a high and really look to make some motion into the deficit.
Premonition, Pete. I tell you what, if the ball turns over and it goes into South Australia, I'm saying South Australia are going to use their other timeout as well.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Big call.
Big call. But we'll see what Gmo has drawn up here for WA. I'll tell you where I'd be going, into Mitchell White's hands, because he has been the goal scorer for WA so far.
Yep, kid can shoot, that's for sure.
And so what do? You don't even put him out there. Yep. There we go. So does it even make the field?
That's all right. They've still got some names out there that can score. You know, I'd like to see a bit more from Frencham. But this young fella, Everall, he's got some wheels. Wanted to take his man on, but didn't quite get there, being held up.
Ball down to Glass. He's a man that can sneak into this. And
oh, the old swim move.
I'll tell you what, that had some breaststroke about it.
The crowd liked it too.
And he goes again. He says, well, they like it once. Maybe I'll give it twice. Good look the other side. Fires are out. They're all dropping their hands low, aren't they?
They are. Good.
Drop their hands low to shoot those underarm shots.
Good to get the goalie moving, though. He's come from the right-hand side and found a player on the left, so I'm okay with that.
I don't know, Pete. Given the amount of bounce out here at the moment, because we saw that crease come around before, shot on the crease, which has hit top corner.
Yep.
I'd be starting to bounce a couple just to see change that plane up rather than change the plane up of the shot. Just they're going low. It's going to go low, mid, low, high.
Yeah.
You know, maybe use the bounce on this deck that we've seen so far. Here's your man, Frencham. Frencham looks inside, just gets a knockdown there. Ball comes out. Glass picks the ball up. 2-on-1 on this bottom corner. No one's, oh no, just stepped off him. Inside, looks a little crease dive, no. But didn't come off. That could be a loose ball push. No, oh, there's that's the Malachi crunch right there. And there is a flag up in the air. And we'll see what this one is for. I gather this one is going against WA. But
could be simultaneous, possibly.
Oh, I think there was definitely a call for the hit here for the second man that came in. But I'm wondering whether he ended up in the crease there.
Yeah, I think there will be a crease call.
Yep, so South Australia look like they're about to get the ball. So they're just setting up in an office. Let's see if this time out comes, Pete.
Yeah, well, you called it early. You called it early, Tony. Let's see if the coaching staff
not even looking at it. They're going to do me.
You know, there's no need for me.
Oh, there is. Waste it. A little bit more.
Use it, lose it. Yeah.
A little bit more game time here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Ross back up the top. Ross, he will drop another bomb from out here if he gets an opportunity. Ball kicks down there to Matthews. Matthews looks to come round, looks to Ross, looks inside. Mead again. They're all just dropping their hands, Pete. I don't like it.
No, in that instance as well, you catch the ball high, shoot low. You know, it's bang, catch, shoot, catch,
Little
shoot.
rotation. This could good fighting in there from Meyer. And time runs out, and Oscar Meyer did a fantastic job to not allow that to be picked up. But it is all SA at the moment at halftime here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. You are live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. It is the 2025 LA Men's and Women's Under-18 National Championships. And we have got WA and SA as SA head straight off to the change rooms. And what did you like in that first half there, Mr. Greenhouse?
I really liked the way South Australia dominated the face-off for that half. Really winning the game. If you want to win the game, you need a lot of possession, and when you're getting the ball out of the centre as well as South Australia were, winning becomes a very viable option. Also liked Matt Ross's big shots. You know, he's got 6 shots, 4 goals according to mine. No, sorry, it's 3 goals.
3 goals, yep. I've got him for 3, Rossi.
Yep. Yeah, so, you know, he's had a good start to the quarter. Ben Mason, you know, he's made some good saves. I've got him down here for 5, but, you know, could possibly, you know, could he have seen them better? Who knows? I'm not out there, and I'm glad I'm not out there because Matt Ross has been peppering the cage. But, you know, it's been a physical game, a hard game. But, you know, personally, I love that South Australia's winning 8-3.
Yeah, look, I've liked WA. I've liked a couple of their long stickers, mate. I think Oscar Meyer, number 44 for WA, has been very good, and the ball has been in the defensive end a bit for WA. And I like the attack of Tyler Hill. Both long stickers doing a really good job, and down the offensive end for WA at the moment. White, I mean, he's been the goal scorer. But, yeah, I'd like to see a bit more out of Frencham at the moment. And I think we'll find that Glass will just start to come into the game just a little bit more in this second half. He looked like he was getting into some positions there. And I think Rowan will start to have an impact in this second half. But, yeah, a long way back here at 8-3 at half-time.
Yeah, we've seen it happen before, though. You know, and this WA team has got a really experienced coach in Glenn Morley, so don't think that they're going to walk away. They'll come out firing in this second half, and SA will want to make sure that they get this third quarter, championship quarter, under their belt. So game's far from over now, Tone.
Yeah, it's plenty going on, and we might just have a quick break here on the Australian Lacrosse Network to get a little bit of water on board. We'll see you back very shortly. As the two teams come back from half-time. You are live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. It's great to have you on YouTube. If you're sitting there with the 85-inch television on, listening to us, welcome. As about to start here in South Australia through Attenborough. Get the ball out of the centre again. So this is just how they would have talked about starting. Attenborough kicks it there to Mead. Mead again dropping the hands.
Yeah.
Firing low to low. So maybe that's been a something they've seen with this keeper, that maybe they think he's no good down low, so let's go low, low.
Well, quite often, Tony, when the keepers are of the size that Mason is, that they do find it hard to get down to those low shots. So we'll see how that pans out over the rest of the night.
I'm used to shorter keepers in my family, mate.
Yeah, height certainly isn't their strength. But they do a very good job, the young Watts keepers.
So ball here with Bailey Attenborough. Kicks it to Williams. Williams has Ross. Oh, sorry, that's Attenborough. 8 and 9 look very close together too. Williams. Back there to Riley Attenborough. Looks to set a two-man game down on the bottom corner. Comes around Mead. Cuz come.
Oh.
Tink, tink, tink off the bar. And ball gets picked up on the outer side and doesn't get a handle on the ball. And out it goes. WA to clear through the face-off player here in Daniel. Daniel finds his face-off opponent there. And ball just looking like it's going to trickle out of bounds there, and it does. So all that hard work.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's such a shame you do all that work and the ball just gets thrown out like that.
And now you have to chase back. Ross has the ball up in the middle. Kicks it to Williams. Williams back to Ross. Man on the opposite side who had a little bit of a break on his opponent there, but managed to just get some possession here. As the ball goes there to Matthews. Matthews. Ball down the bottom corner.
So they just, when they're still like this, SA, they just don't look like they there's nothing going on. The defence can do what they like. I really liked when SA have been moving their feet off the ball. This is classic toilet bowl lacrosse.
So the stall calls come on. So you can't come up there above the restraining line. And Ethan Napoli didn't hear the stall call there. And when a stall is called, for those who don't watch the cross, you can't bring the ball up above that restraining line, but it could turn back over here. So ball, a little bit going on there. That might have just incurred something, and there has been loose ball push, and it's going, and the man right away from the play saw that, probably had a better angle.
Yep, better angle from the other side of the field. But it was the right call, I would say, Tony. There was definitely some extra pushing and shoving going on.
We call it love, Pete.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind a bit of pushing around.
Ross from his firing spot. Good save there from the keeper as the ball is in the stick here of Benjamin Mason. And they'll set this slow clear up. There's a man open right in the middle, and that's White. White. He will just pass the ball over there to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, and they need to just settle it down a bit here, WA. Every time they get into offense, they want to go straight for the kill. Man opens up in the middle. Good pass inside. Oh, open net. Ball on the outer side here to be won. Ball door, that's come off a WA. Tell you what, Tyler Hill doesn't mind straight lining the ball in the body.
Yeah, look, I don't know what WA are thinking here. I know they're 5 goals down. They need to get some goals, but geez, there's still a whole half of lacrosse to go.
So Napoli with the ball. He will kick the ball over there to Matthews. Matthews. Ball comes down through X behind the cage to Attenborough. to Napoli, to Matthews, to McGurr. Little rotation from Williams on the bottom corner, back to Napoli. Napoli with the shorty. Thought about it and then decides that he's going to run the team. Good check there and an opportunity here. Good pick up there from Everall. Everall looks to pass the ball down, and that's up and over. And again, Pete, they're coach killers.
Oh.
They will get rid of your hair very quickly if you are a coach, those things.
These could be commentator killers, Tony. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. I just love to see, you know, the defences work so hard to get that ball back for their team, and the shorties are just throwing it away carelessly.
And great wheels there from the keeper for South Australia in Filippa. And an active keeper, they can be a godsend in your defensive end.
Yep, active keepers. I've got a keeper at our club who likes to go down and score goals.
Yeah, I remember that keeper.
Yeah. Not playing this year. Shout out to Tom Tuxford.
Yes. In fact, I reckon it was almost a set play, wasn't it? Give it to Tommy, save, and let him take it all the way down. So ball down the back here, McGurr. And moving pick. So, was that on Williams down there, the moving pick? Must have been. I looked over for a minute, Pete. And, and Williams seemed a long way away from where that was. So, ball here. Good work from Williams. Just to put that little bit of pressure on and releasing WA. So, WA with an offensive opportunity here through McCracken. McCracken fires the ball back up here to Rodriguez. Rodriguez just steps past in between two South Australian players. Down to Bior, and a substitution about to be had as Glass. Ball back up the top.
So they've just got to work out their matchups. They found one here. They've gone through the shorty, which is a good option.
Great slide though from the defender.
Just couldn't get past him, could Glass. But good to see that he, made the right option.
And looks to step inside and fires that one away. And we're going to have a flag thrown here after the play, after the shot. And that is going on McGurr, is it? Illegal body. Is that? No, that's going on Valentinchik. So, illegal body, adjudged after the shot, Pete, I believe.
Okay.
And shot had been had and just wore one in the rear. So, WA, opportunity here. Power play. Ball through Everall. To Mitchell Lewis. Back to Everall. Looks left there. Finds McCracken. McCracken. To Everall. Looks to dodge in the man up. We don't want to see that. Don't need to see a dodge in a man up. Ball back up to Glass. So good defence here from South Australia, and they could turn it over, and that's a great bit of work there. But tell you what, and that might be a loose ball push, and the man who attacks the ball often gets the ball. And got to be careful just throwing the ball away like that too. If the Zebras are in the of throwing flags, you just got to be careful. So penalty has been released, back to 6 on 6. So WA not being able to get a shot off there in their man up. Good defence there from South Australia, Pete.
Yeah, didn't really see much motion either, Tony. That they're just really standing still. But is that Frencham driving around the right-hand side? Good to see him putting a shot together, but not quite on the money.
But no angle, and you're falling backwards when you're shooting it, so you're not going to have the power that you need. So WA looking to just go a bit of one-on-one, and they turn the ball over again. And these unforced errors will be just upsetting the black and gold coaches, I believe, at the moment.
Absolutely. That's the number one thing that's letting WA down at the moment.
And a flag thrown here. That's going to be on the keeper. Oh, no. Is that on 5 gold? No one's sat down yet. Oh, no, he's starting to go now. I thought he was the one that fell over out the back. But he will sit down.
Did you see what that was for,
I
Tony?
did not.
No.
I was watching the contest there between the keeper and Mitchell Lewis, and Mitchell Lewis just seemed to go past the keeper and fall onto the ground.
Yeah,
But must have done something to get the ire of the referee or official. So good movement here from South Australia. And again, just a lot more offensive movement and good knockdown there. I've been very impressed with Hill.
Yeah, he's been good. Just had his stick in the lane there. Tyler Mead putting it straight into it.
So Williams down the bottom, no angle. Tink, tink, tink off the bar it goes. And great pickup. That's going to be a slash there. Looks up, looked inside. Great pass, fires.
Oh.
That is a good shot there.
Matty Ross picks the ball up, and he does a little air Ross, we might call it. Sticks that one down low again in the back of the net. But like you were saying, a lot of the shots have been dropping their hands. Matty's jumped up in the air and shot high to low then, and that made a big difference.
And you know what I learned from that, Pete? White men can jump. So the movie was wrong that I saw back in the 90s or 2000s, whenever it came out.
The air Ross. I liked it.
There's 2 men here in the box, so good attention to detail there from Clay Allen to head off the field. So, but losing the face-offs, and you are now 2 men down in a 4 zone. Probably not the guy that you want to be handling it to is the long sticker with a 2-man down, although looks up, good pass there. Ross gets broken stick and wore one there. And there's a flag down here. As he's picked that up, he's actually hit Attenborough with the stick. So I think totally unintentional there. But as he was picking the 2 pieces of stick up and he went to race off with a broken stick, he's run straight into Riley Attenborough and might have got him just around the top of the thigh, I believe. Got to be careful with those because broken sticks, I've seen a couple go through skin. So
And the old fiberglass poles too, you have splinters that really, they're not nice things to have.
all right, so a 3 zone now. There's still too many on here for WA. They need to get 1 player off, otherwise they're going to wear another penalty. And they've just realised this now. Good work there from the coaching staff. Should be coaching, Pete.
Been there, done that, Tony?
Yeah, no. It's a 3-man zone. So South Australia with a big opportunity here. And this is where you use your timeout, Pete, when you do get it, to stop that penalty clock if you can get one early. Looks back up the top. Ross fires again. And that is a handful for Ross. And he's becoming a handful for the WA team. That's his 5th goal of the game. And 1 penalty released. There's still 2 sitting in there. Maybe it's time to call that time out, stop the penalty clock. Especially with the
way the
dominance.
boys have been, the way the boys have been getting it out the middle.
So still no wingman here for the WA face-off player. So another big opportunity. Ross lines up by himself on this outer side. And Attenborough has been just eyeing him off, and could be a little flick out here given the opportunity. And does, but Attenborough decides to take this one himself as he has Williams, and Attenborough says, I'm going to take this all the way to the cooker. And he gets his 2nd of the night, Riley Attenborough.
Yeah, that's a good way to come back from, copping that hit. Just put it on the scoreboard, No need to go out and look for numbers or anything like that. Just get that ball, win it cleanly, use your speed, put it down low, past Mason's legs. That hurts.
Hey, Pete, I don't know whether there's sirens going off everywhere down the road here. I'm wondering whether they think SA's on fire at the moment.
SA have had a very good day today with both women's teams coming up winners. And the SA boys also looking like they're going to take this one home too, winning another possession from the face-off there.
So Ross with the ball. Looks on the outer side. Finds. So penalty, one released. Oh, another big shot there, and he's going to get the ball back as penalty has been thrown for an illegal body as he just sucks in a couple of deep breaths. They don't hurt as much when you put it in the back of the net, but Bailey Attenborough will get his fourth of the game. Legal body, so are we going back to a face-off, or is that after the shot?
Yeah, I would have thought that was after the shot, but had the ball crossed the plane, I'm not sure. Just looking at a replay here. Oh, it's touch and go. We might have to go to VAR, Tone.
Yeah, no, don't ever want to get to that here, mate. Ball back in the centre. South Australia really starting to eke this one out. What do we got? A 12-3 game at the moment. And there we go. WA getting a legal procedure in the centre there from Kim, and too many on, is there? No timeout on Gold. So what do we got left in the quarter, Pete?
Yeah, it says 4 minutes and 8 seconds, roughly. Maybe a bit less. But WA, yeah, 12-3 now, Tony. Nine goals. It's a lot to make up.
It is, but in the contest of the week, sometimes it can come down to goal advantage for these competitions. So you want to lessen the amount of goals that you actually, if you are going to lose by, because, you know, sometimes that goal difference does get you in or miss out on a final spot on Sunday, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 12 is the maximum goal difference, if I remember tournament correctly. But, yeah, there's still a lot to play for. Goal difference, we've seen it a number of times in the last, 6 months, really, at tournaments we've been to. Goal difference has made that difference.
Well, we actually did. We saw it last year in the 500 tournament, I reckon it was, where, and that's no. I just remember seeing that where
I don't think goal difference helped.
It didn't.
I don't think it helped. I think they had to go to the next level.
Yeah, they did. It was called rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, you want to be good at that as well.
But, no, still a lot to play for here by WA. Pride, they're wearing their state colours. They'll want to lessen any loss.
Well, just on that though, Pete, there is in the bylaws, I believe, that it does get to the point where if teams are tied on goals for, goals against, goal difference and whatnot, it comes down to a toss of a coin.
It does.
So that's literally give you a 50-50 chance.
Well, that's how important goal difference is, because you don't want to come down to that.
You don't. So WA with a penalty still in the box here for that illegal body. Mitchell White has the ball up top. He's just trying to get away from the two long stickers, and now he wants to go towards them.
Toby Virgo and Zach Parrish, two defenders you don't want to have on you either.
No, and Attenborough has passed one of them off, and ball is there with Everall now. Everall just doing a little bit of dancing on the spot. Put under pressure there is McCracken, and you heard a bit of that on the stick. Oh, good look inside. White again. And White
it in.
Just stuffs it on the left-hand post. And he gets his fourth. He is the only goal scorer for WA this evening.
Yeah, he's really the only one that stepped up and looked dangerous as well. You know, a couple of other guys have had a drive, but not looked as dangerous as when the ball's in White's stick.
Well, I will say that the defensive coach standing over on the boundary line there for South Australia will be pretty angry with that when he looks at that, because he's just left his man off. They've got a man down. They've got a double on the ball and left White open in the middle of the crease.
Yeah, he's the last one you want to be leaving open.
So opportunity, that's actually won by WA there as it's been flicked out as the penalty has been released. Frensham tries to come through with a big body, doesn't, but good pick up there as a good check. And
Great little up check there by Lachlan Daniel. Chased the fast Attenborough hard. Got the up check. It fell straight into Mason's stick, but he's also getting hunted down himself on the clear.
So Daniel, good enough to hold the ball and get it down to his teammate there in McCracken. McCracken just getting a little bit of an uplift there. He's getting a little bit of love from the long sticker there in Aiden Mitchell. Ball back up the top now with Bior. And he has Smolacombe on him. Looks back up the top. Finds Frensham. Now, he's one we talked about pre-game that really did dominate in the 15s, but just hasn't been able to get on the cage tonight. As I said, it's that next level, next step up.
He's up against some boys his own size too, Tone. He was a big lad in the under-15s, but he just looks like one of the rest at this age group.
Yep, so Frensham kicks the ball over, sets a pick, and looks to, and a flag called there. Oh, the little slow ball over the top there. Jack McCracken. And there's a flag on the play here, which has been waved off for a hold. But watch this on the replay. That is the Glenn McGrath slower ball right there. That has just come out of the stick and literally lollied over the top as Philippa tried to shut that down. And just liked a bit of his own work there too, did Jack McCracken.
And so he should, you know. Scoring in these tournaments is it's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just playing club ball with your mates.
Well, some people will say that's a slower ball, but I reckon that's heat.
Why is that?
Because I reckon that wouldn't have even registered on the speed gun that went that...
that fast?
Yep. And ball with Kim. Knocks it out. Just couldn't quite pick it up, but good work there from the defensive pole. Good work on the bottom corner there to find Matthews in the middle. And Ross now has the ball. Back to Matthews. Over there to McGurr. McGurr fires the ball down to Attenborough. And ball will find its way around again. So McGurr looks to come down, setting a two-man game on the bottom corner, as does Williams. Williams, Attenborough, looking to create space up the top here on that shorty. That's what they're trying to do. Good fire, just hits the defender standing in the middle of the crease. And Attenborough taking the pressure. Ross taking the pressure. And ball comes down the back. We're hearing 30 seconds in the quarter. So ball with Williams and another moving pick. That's the about the fourth or fifth that they've had so far. Yep. An opportunity here for Meyer. Meyer
flag.
does a great job. So just hold the ball and actually, or go to the cage and have a shot and then hold the ball because you'll get the ball back.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
That's another hold there too. There's two flags coming, and so two late flags here for SA. That last one is going to be a hold. The first one could be a slash, Pete.
I think a slash. Yep, happened right here in front of us, all over his forearm. But my question here, Tone, is they still have possession?
Yeah, because that second penalty would have. Basically, it was thrown on that play. So the ball went loose. The ball had hit the ground. Time hadn't gone when the ball hit the ground. So they would have held that up to assess the penalty. So as such, they would have then retained possession. And they will start with the ball at the start of the fourth quarter.
There you go. So... good, not a bad quarter there by WA, getting 2 goals for the quarter, with White sneaking that one through, and then the old loop-the-loop from McCracken.
That's the one out the back of the hand, Pete, that just flows into the air and just up and over, and just the keeper's already gone to ground thinking you're going to shoot it, and he's just looking around going, I just can't get there.
Yeah, it's like it's in slow-mo. I mean, the ball is in slow-mo, but you're on the ground, you're watching it float up, and you could have 3 swings of it.
You know
you
what?
just cannot get there.
Like me catching butterflies, mate.
There you go. And 4 goals for SA in that quarter as well. So
Matty Ross started the scoring in that quarter. Another couple of rips. He's got 5 now for the game, I reckon.
Yep, he's got 5. Mitch Webb with 1. Riley Attenborough with 9. Not 9. He's number 9.
Wearing number 9.
He's it's got 2. But yeah, Bailey Attenborough almost with a handful himself with 4. So really loved Riley Attenborough's game. He just picks that ball up and gee, he's got wheels.
Yeah.
Can shoot. You know, he's a fairly all-round player. So good job there by Riley.
Yep, and on WA, Mitch White, well, he's been the predominant scorer for them. He has 4 and nearly a handful. And if you can end up with a handful of goals in a game that, what are we, 12-5 it is, give or take, and you've sort of got more than 85% of the score, you've probably earned your stripes for the night.
Yeah, I would think so.
And there's another opportunity here. In the man up, we've seen him. He's actually got 1 in the man up,
and he's on this time too.
Where I like the fact that Gmo burnt me earlier. We'll talk about that later.
Clearly listening to the commentary though, and he's put him on this time.
He has. Well, last time he tucked it in and went to a little flip back and
that's right.
Managed to walk in. So WA just need to, their movement. As they start to move now, little rotation back onto this. There's a little, another rotation into the middle, and then just throwing bombs on from the outside. They've got men open in the middle. This play is designed to get guys on the bottom corner and in the crease. So let the play work, move the ball quickly. Then you don't have to rip the ball from outside, as we see penalty 1 has been released.
Yep.
So 5 zone now for South Australia and WA.
WA just not getting the defence moving enough, particularly in this man-up passage of play.
Well, even White then, like that, dragging someone up the top, which then opens up a space on the bottom corner like this, but they've just run into each other on that bottom corner. They really need on that, and again, another outside shot. You saw there with that wheel coming around the back there, Pete.
Yeah.
But the guy coming from the crease ran straight into that space.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 players guarding 1, or 1 player guarding 2, and now your penalty's up, and you're back in a 6 zone.
Yeah, wasted opportunity. Also, I think they start to get the defence moving, but then they turn it around again and throw it back into where the defence have moved to.
Yeah.
It's just, confusing, but I'm sure there's method in the madness there.
Well, I know Gmo and the coaching staff, they will watch this and they will look at the game and break it down.
Yep.
As experienced coaches.
Great for the staff, the coaching staff, to have the technology available in the huddle that they have, as well as watching our great coverage on the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Always live and free in the Australian Lacrosse Network, and he stepped in the crease, so Glass. Oh, that pains, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's had a few opportunities, Glass, and that one is one you just don't feel great about. And now,
so there's an illegal procedure.
More again.
So that will be a simultaneous then. It should be. So if that's a simultaneous penalty, the ball will stay with WA.
So
it'll stay with South Australia.
Yeah, and there'll be a WA
Actually, it could
penalty.
It should be a face-off.
No,
they had down.
They had the in the crease, which gave the ball to SA, and then they've now had an illegal procedure.
They had the illegal procedure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought South Australia were on that there. But WA will sit down for the illegal procedure. So that's exactly not what you want to do when you're in offence.
No, absolutely not. Put that on the list of coach killers.
So South Australia now have gone from playing in a man-down situation to a man-up situation. So power play for South Australia. Ross's power play has been get to the 15-metre mark and drop bombs. He has. And they're trying to stretch this defence, really stretching, as Mead picks the ball. Looks to come into Williams. Williams steps inside. That's a good shot. That bounce shot, that has, he's got on one knee, but he's still taller than the goal, Mason.
Yeah.
And that's hit him in the shoulder. So I'd like to see that as the week goes on if this ground doesn't get any moisture in it.
No, you did.
Oh, there we go. Ross up the top and bang! We saw that one. I saw that in the warm-up and spoke about it, Pete, and that's the one I saw.
You know, the thing with Matt Ross is you look at each one of his shots that he's had. That one was low to high. The one before that was high to low. Like, he's mixed everything up, and the goalie has no clue where he's throwing that ball.
Well, I can tell you what, he practiced that one in the warm-up, and that's the one that I happened to see when I was watching, and I've now got to see about 3 or 4 of them. He's shooting exceptionally well, and that's 6 for Ross now. So, ball with Attenborough, just couldn't quite get it in his stick. Great pick up there from Daniel. Daniel will chase it down, and we have a flag in the night sky as Abbott has thrown one, and now he just needs to get rid of the ball, and now there's flags flying everywhere. Everyone's getting in on it. They all had...
you get a flag.
You have a flag. You get in the ball. And we'll just assess what happens here. So Shane Abbott's got one from when they were coming over.
Yeah,
so
there'll be a cross check or an illegal body.
So this will be a 2-man. So I reckon there's a cross check from
Riley Attenborough.
Riley Attenborough. And I also think there might be a slash on the side here. So there could be 2 SA guys sitting in the box. One of them is already there. Because Shane Abbott got one as he was coming over, and the other 2 were down here. So we'll just have a look at what head referee Shane Abbott has to say here.
Got his card out. There might be a in-home.
Yeah, I'd suggest so, which could be just a... so slash for 1, cross-check for 2. Okay, so there is a 1-minute slash and a 2-minute cross-check.
So the 4, Danny Kim got that one, the in-home.
In-home.
For the slash, so...
Yep. And now they're in a 4 zone. So all the 4s.
All the 4s. There you go.
So WA with an opportunity here. Frensham has the ball over to McCracken. McCracken back to White. White, 4 zone, little rotation comes around the back. Looks to come in, finds Frensham. Frensham to McCracken. McCracken, good on the hands there from the defender. Need to move the ball here. Glass opens up, and that one is going to go out of bounds. And again, you've got 2 minutes of penalty. Now you have to lock off.
Yep.
And really chase people down. Your 2 men down here, and you don't want to give away another penalty and even it up. So. Ball in the stick here of Parrish. Parrish fires it over the other side there.
Virgo.
Finds Virgo. Virgo just getting the ball on the ground. Pops it up in the middle. That could turn over. Doesn't turn over. And now it has. Great pick up there from Meyer.
Great work there by Parrish. And almost got that ground ball.
And Glass just trying to... make it work, keeping it live. Good work there from Smolacombe. Smolacombe kicks it to Filippa. Filippa on the outer side here to Napoli. Napoli runs the lines, gets up and over, and gets past Napoli. So they are still a man down here as the ball gets checked in. So they will have to just needed to hold the ball as the penalty wasn't released, but they only had 4 offensive players out there because one of them was subbing, Pete. Not the time to throw the ball away.
Yeah, it's a funny age, isn't it? Because some of these young men are still learning the game themselves, and absolutely in that situation, you really wanted to just try and get the ball down low.
I'll tell you what, he's just broken ankles and swum move, Rodriguez, and drawn a flag. So big swim move down the back. Or break the ankles, and then he had the swim move. Is he going to get in and finish this off? No. You know why? Because he's run 275 metres and is absolutely stuffed by the time he gets down to shoot the ball. But he's done a great job there. has Daniel Rodriguez.
So the time is now for the WA attack to actually reward their defence.
Yeah.
You know, their defence has actually been all right. They've kept the team to, 13 goals, but the attack just haven't held up their end of the bargain tonight, and they really need to put a couple away here.
It's been those unforced errors, hasn't it? We saw the last one. You're in a 2-minute man up and you throw the ball up and over the head. Now, I know there's pressure out there, Pete. There's perceived pressure as well from these defenders because they are pushing out when they have the opportunity. But, just to throw the ball away, they've probably thrown it away, I don't know, 8 times maybe in offence.
Easy.
And, you man up here, so you want to move the ball and you want to draw those players because without drawing those players and you don't, and there's Frencham, good come out there from Parrish, gets a knockdown. Parrish, great ground ball, and he is in some sort of form here, Parrish. Ball over the other side there to Falepa. Falepa fires it up, finds Ross.
That's a great pass
and
to Ross.
Now they have transition. So looks in the middle, good inside look. And that's a great look inside there to Napoli. And I reckon that was Ethan Napoli. Ross getting the ball and Napoli coming from the bench. Oh no, that could be Ross again.
Ross, I thought fed it. Oh, it is. It's Ethan Napoli got that goal.
It was Napoli, Yep. I thought it was, but it just when as they were running off, I couldn't see Ethan.
So Ross adds to his tally with an assist now. So having a great game is Matty Ross.
And that was great vision too. You saw Napoli coming on the backside from the bench, and Ross just nailed a pass straight into the crease and one-on-one with the keeper.
Yeah, we had a great view of that pass from here, and it was great vision.
So good work in here from W8. Ball to be won. And Meyer, he's done a really good job as Oscar Meyer tonight for his team. Just needs to release it though. And Toby Virgo says, well, long stick on long stick. I like my matchup.
It's a nice little over-the-head check. I don't mind that from Virgo.
And Jack McGurr has the ball. It's the ball down to Bailey Attenborough. Gets the ball back again now. Ball back up the top. Finds Matthews. Matthews to McGurr. McGurr. Down there to Webb. Webb just gets a good check there, but can't quite pick it up. Good work there from the defender. That ball has come loose into the middle, and there we are again, Oscar Meyer. Oscar Meyer done a fantastic job. There's an outlet here. Oh, that is, I'll tell you what, that had rain on it when it came down.
Rigolevich brings the ball down.
Oh, and again, those unforced errors where that the right look, Pete, but, again, transition ball, and they've missed that target 10 times tonight.
It could be first game jitters, Tony. It could be the night game. Could be a whole host of different reasons, but could be just one of those nights. But, it has certainly been...
Tell you what, Liam set Kamek up there. Good hit. And ball comes back through Glass. Glass picked up there by Matthews. Glass has the ball, kicks it there to White. And now some substitutions about to happen here for WA. As we see Everall with the ball. So, Liam Falepa, tell you what, just picking pockets, and he's opened up Virgo down the middle. Virgo has one now in the middle, if he can look to get rid of it. Doesn't. Good defence there again from Meyer. Just enough to get on the hands, Pete, because that runner was on if he didn't.
You mentioned an active goalkeeper.
Yep.
Liam's activity, Falepa, has been pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
We saw that one where he come out to his bottom corner from the centre and just, I don't know how quick he was. He was quick. I didn't even know he was there. They passed the ball to him and he fed it down to Ross. They get a goal. And now here, he's just jumped out the crease again to get the intercept. And he is actually...
He needed to do that because his pass here, just before that to Kamek, which rolled out of his stick and popped up and could have been very ugly. He's probably just gone, right, I need to just get this one back. That wasn't my best effort, the one before. And it's yeah, look, it's a humbling game sometimes.
But good on him for
But it's not. You don't drop your head. That's
exactly,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
He hasn't
100%.
dropped his head.
Yep.
You know what? He realises, and you heard the from him. But in the blink of an eye, he comes back, gets an interception, and the ball gets transitioned down into offense.
But really handy having that seventh defender jumping around, being a part of it to give almost a man up.
Yeah.
So.
Well, as I said, there's sort of those two styles of goalkeepers, isn't there? There's those real stay-at-home brick walls that you look to try and find, and they don't come out their crease.
Yep.
And then you get those really active keepers who are always, you know, coming to the edge of the circles and or beyond.
Yeah.
So South Australia, call a timeout here. Time check, Pete. I can't see
that. It says 6:18 on the clock here.
Yep, and it says 8:07 on my clock. Oh, sorry, wrong clock. That's my watch.
Oh dear. We say this. I say this every time on the first day. It's going to be a long week.
So, ball with South Australia. To Webb, and the ball comes back up the top. So he's already got 6 as Ross. Oh, tink off the helmet. There's one for the old crew in the shed at the Brighton Lacrosse Club.
Tell you what, Jake Matthews let that one rip. That was a laser.
That's come straight off the helmet. And South Australia with the backup. Ross has the ball. Matthews, little flip up to Ross, which didn't really work. But, that's just missed that's just missed the post as well. Covered well there by the keeper, Mason. And just enough backup, Pete, from South Australia down there.
It was close.
Drive comes in. Looks up the top. Trying to shoot it before he had it. And he's looking for 7, isn't he?
He wants more. He's not happy with 6.
And as the number 7 there in Paley Attenborough gets the ball and passes it around. And it makes its way up to the top to the 8 there in Ross.
So we need to see something now from SA. They've thrown the ball around 3 times.
Well, this is where that stall call. They've already had one put on them. And Mead, ball over. And they'll start to look for the tap of the hat here, Pete. Oh, nice inside look. Back up the top. Oh! Little bit of laser love there from Mead. And that's the stuff we did see him do in the under-15 tournament this year.
Yeah.
Or last year, I should say.
Tyler Mead's no stranger to putting a big shot away. And that low to high crank from up top, really, Mason was nowhere near it. Great work. Great to see the young fella stepping up and putting a shot away.
14-5 is the score. And at the start of the game, watching the warm-up, I may have had it looking at a different way, but South Australia, they got woken up by that first goal of Mitchell White, and from that point they have really put the foot on the accelerator. But starting to get a bit of a contest in the centre draw here, as ball to be won. Great work there from Kim, though, and that's what you like to see him. But Meyer, he's been my man for WA tonight. Oh, I like it, love it, and it's just enough to put it off.
Rattle Kim's cage.
And good work there from Meyer.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
I'm a fan, Pete, already.
Yeah.
I am a fan already of Oscar Meyer.
He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, does the young fella.
So I don't know whether, I don't necessarily think the check hit, but I think it scared the bejeebers out of the attacker and went, oi, hang on.
Yeah, I know Danny, and I'm not sure he's seen one of those checks before.
So ball out here with Matthews, who fires the ball over to Webb. Webb looks to get inside. Looks nice pass and just off the helmet there of McGurr, is it? But comes back and puts the pressure on. Ball to be won. Ball has gone forward and kept it in front of him. Oh, nice pick up there nearly from WA. So opportunity here, and that is picked up there from Jack McGurr.
Yep.
So good opportunity. Ball comes over to Matthews. Matthews runs down this right-hand side. Oh, that's going to be a hold.
Hold or a slash?
Oh, it depends if he gets the first one. Definite hold for the up, but he might have got him for the slash. Yep, on the initial contact.
Matty Ross has had 12 shots
for 6 goals. So he's shooting at 50%.
I'm all right with that. 12 shots, that's a lot of shots.
I don't think he's finished, Pete.
No, I don't either.
I don't think he's finished, just quietly. So this man up, sitting top centre, that is where it's at. And there we go again. Certainly not finished is Matty Ross. And that is number 7 for Ross.
You said it, Tone. That's in the man up, sitting right at the top of that arc. That's exactly where he likes to be. And again, mixing up those shots with a
well, that one was
high to low.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't think the goalie really can predict where Matty's going to throw that ball. And great shot.
Yep. I'll tell you what, when Ross is shooting at the keeper, it's a bit like Christmas Eve at my place. He's getting lit up a little. 7 goals to Ross. He's done a fantastic job for South Australia. And good work there from Daniel. Daniel with the win, but straight under pressure. Looks to go in and lose the ball, and does lose the ball in Smallacombe. He will look to come back the other way. And that ball has been thrown at the toes there.
Yeah, McGurr couldn't quite pick that one up. But WA getting an opportunity now to clear the ball. They go back to the keeper in Mason.
But I like the pressure that putting on here, because they've seen the unforced errors. And so put pressure on the defender. Now the goalie has come out. Now he's under a lot of pressure. And it just a pass like that's not quite right. With the pressure being put on, and make him make the clear. I thought he was going to try and make it. And there it is. That's the error that potentially could work. But good work there from Allen, able to pick the ball up and clear. Does clear there to his teammate in Everall. And Everall finds Frensham in the centre. And good pressure there from SA in that ride.
Yeah, I like the ride. Good job by the keeper to, again, get out of the cage and be that extra man. But SA putting a lot of pressure on the ride.
Oh, Frensham up against Smallcombe, and there's a flag coming here for a slash, I believe. Yep, 99. That is Joel Smallcombe with a slash. Frensham happening to just beat 2 players there. Just tucked it, and when he rolled it out, Smallcombe gave him one on the arm. So, man, he's behind you, they said. Ball back up the top. So, ball goes to Everall. Everall over to Glass. Glass looks to rotate. Down there. Oh, that's a cracking shot from McCracken. And I think that's his namesake there. So, McCracken getting number 2 for the evening.
Yeah, they've looked to McCracken a few times to have that big shot from the bottom left. He hasn't really hit the target too much, but that one really stung that top corner just above Fileppa's shoulder.
Well, Pete, that's what coaches want the lefties to do, isn't it? Get on that left-hand or that left-hand 45 and let them rip.
Every team needs a good lefty, mate.
That they do. Ball back.
My team's never found one.
I mean, I might have had one once, but he was good on his knees when he was shooting.
Yep.
He was. So ball with Attenborough as it comes down the back tier to Bailey Attenborough. Again, he's been very serviceable down there as Bailey Attenborough. He got on the board early, but from that point, he's really brought a lot of other players in. And Ross, he must be kicking himself because he hasn't managed to find his way onto the field. So Attenborough a little inside, and good pressure. Here's WA. They need to pick it up. Does pick the ball up, looks up. Great work. Here we go. Oscar Meyer. Here's a shot coming. Meyer, no, looks down and picked off. So transition is not necessarily his game, but I like the work he's done tonight. And that is going to be offside on Gold. And they will, going to let him go. No, it is being picked up. I was going to say, Pete, so flag is on the play. just happened to step off there, and that is going to turn the ball into a dead ball.
I thought it was part of his dodge.
The bounce
Yeah.
pass to himself.
Yeah, you know, like in basketball, you bounce the ball over your guy's head, catch it on the other
That would be called
side.
a dribble. No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I play lacrosse,
Yeah.
mate.
Tell you what, I had enough trouble keeping it in my stick, Pete. So ball up the top. So a 30-second man up here for South Australia. So they've gone into a 1-4-1 here, South Australia now. 2 men in the crease and effectively a diamond on the outside. As the ball looks to come over to the left-hand side. Tink, and Tink off the bar it goes. And finds the outside of the bar. The inside of the bar is what you want to look at. Webb, he wants another opportunity from there, and that's got to be careful with that, that there's no penalty thrown as the clock runs out and South Australia rush down to get their goalkeeper, and that ended up just blowing out a little bit. 16-6 is it, Pete?
16-6. That is also what the score was, I believe, when the South Australian girls played WA too.
Oh, so WA men and women 16-6.
I believe that is the case. So
what are the odds? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not a mathematician. I can't work that out.
Don't have my calculator with me. Tony, big game. Who you liking for your best on ground?
Well, look, I think I love Oscar Meyer's game for the WA side. I think he certainly stuck his hand up when it mattered, and he was in everything, allowing. I mean, White obviously for WA with 4 goals, but he was just a finisher. And I'm putting it out there. Defenders don't often get the love, so I'm going to go and out there with Oscar Meyer for WA.
Okay. Yep. And for SA.
SA, oh, there was a myriad of people that really did the work. I love Attenborough and Kim through the centre. I liked the stick of Matty Ross. I should have taken him pre-game, but
said you did.
I'm probably going to go Ross. I mean, you can't get 7.
You did point him out very early.
You can't get 7 goals in a game and shoot like that and not be on the radar. So Ross for South Australia for me, and Oscar Meyer for WA. Yeah,
well, I'll take your Mitch White for WA.
Okay.
You know, he really was the only one that showed any resistance. The defence were great. I think they've got some good young defenders in that team, WA. But, yeah, Mitch White for me. And for SA, I mean, you've taken Matty Ross, and that's fair enough. You actually called him and pointed him out very early. But I might go the young fella, Riley Attenborough. He's one of the captains of the team. He dominated the face-off. He's got wheels. He got a couple of goals as well. And
I liked his defence too when he had the opportunity.
Yep.
Riley. So, yeah, he was very good. Honourable mentions, though, for WA. Lachlan Daniel, I thought, was really good. He battled hard through the face-off all night and did run that mid exceptionally well. And I liked Everall's game as well.
Yep.
And of Tyler Hill. There's another defender for them, so honourable mentions for them. But and then, yeah, on the South Australian side, as I said, Kim did exceptionally well in there in the face-off as well. You know, the defence down there for South Australia was huge. With Malcolm Parrish, Mitchell, Virgo. You know, they've had a good game tonight to start their tournament. And it's always good to get a win on the board early as they start to line up. WA, well, they'll come back tomorrow and fight another day. And now, effectively, what they have to do is beat Victoria.
Yeah, well, Victoria had Vic A today in the men, and
that was a big score, I think.
That was 20
I walked
plus.
over and I was
20
to,
plus.
Greg Mollison over there, just catch up with my old mate.
Yeah.
And it was 26 something. When I was over there.
So, and then there's also the New Zealand team as well to come and have a run around.
Yeah.
So,
well, the women's New Zealand team knocked off Victoria A today, or Victoria, their number 1 side.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that game, but yeah, surprising because the under 18 team that come over, or the teams that come over last year. Probably not as strong, but the 2 teams that they've brought over, because their second team is also quite strong and had a win against Vic A.
Yep.
So, the New Zealand teams are here. They've come to play this year.
Yep, and when I got here today, Pete, saw SAA versus Vic A, and that was quite an interesting game, and we saw a bit of an incident. So Leanne, one of the officials, was unwell and got looked after very well, so big shout out to Leanne as well.
Yep, we're all thinking of her and wishing her a speedy recovery.
Because, as we know, Pete, lacrosse is family.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter where you come from. It is one of those sports that, we don't like to see anything happen to our participants, and especially out here, officiating, giving up her time to do that. So we wish her all the best.
Yes.
And we'll try and get an update for you on that, but there was a bit of a break in that game, and it sort of came out, and the Vic A came out and
they come out firing afterwards.
Started to put a few goals on. And
yeah, I mean, at one point, the SAA team were up by 10-0.
Yeah.
And
I think it got back within 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, it did. Yep.
And then SAA came back and put a couple in late just to find that
steady
margin.
the ship.
Yep.
So, look, it's going to be a great tournament if anyone's in the area. We're at Brighton Lacrosse Club. It's looking really beautiful, the club here, and it was a good crowd tonight. But if you're around, come down, check out some top talent that's coming through, and enjoy. Today was beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather. I believe it's going to be about the same tomorrow, Pete. About 23 degrees, 24. That's perfect for lacrosse.
Beautiful.
And we've got lacrosse here all weekend. So if you are in Adelaide, do yourself a favour. If you're, a 10-hour drive away, do yourself a favour. Hop in the car. Come down and see what will be the potential, if not in LA in 28, where we may see some of these players. You never know. If it gets into Brisbane in 32, we definitely will see a lot of these players coming into that. But we'll be bringing you all the games throughout the weekend here. And we obviously have this game tomorrow night. We have the game as well, so we'll bring you women's lacrosse tomorrow night. And then Friday night, we're going to also bring a game. And then all day Saturday and all day Sunday, we will have all the action here live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Cannot wait.
As the coaches go through the MVP here, Pete. So
Mark Bahaja from SA, just having a few words by the looks of it.
Just need to see 44 here, Pete. So a defender. So someone's clapping. Matthew Ross. Oh yeah, I couldn't see him on that screen. So Matty Ross.
This is yeah. Yep. So that was
Matt Ross.
Yours, Tony.
And White. So the 2 8s. And 1-1, Pete.
1-1.
We start the week.
1-1. Oh yes, yes. Well, I started late at the last tournament we did, mate. So I was well out.
You were.
You and Michelle sort of took that one on board. Michelle coaching the Vic team, the Vic women's team.
And
Michelle Davies.
Big shout out to Michelle. She did up a top for me, which has the Australian Lacrosse Network and tink, tink, tink on it.
She's done a great job. Well done.
I really appreciate it, Michelle. It's a 1 of 1. So, it's but amazing. And it's, good to see good people, giving back. As I said, Michelle, outstanding coach. And she's got that Vic team for the women.
Yep.
So, just lots and lots of lacrosse to come. But tomorrow night, same time. 6:30 Central, 6 o'clock Eastern, and it's about 4:30 WA time in the West, because daylight savings is finished. It makes it easy.
Yep.
We will be bringing you another live game. It will be women's lacrosse, and we might start to wrap it up here from the Brighton Lacrosse Club. We'd like to, who's on camera tonight? Ethan.
Ethan Butfield.
Ethan Butfield. Thank you, Ethan, for this. Pete Greenhouse, thank you, mate, for being part of it. You'll be part of it all weekend. And
yeah,
we've got
can't wait.
Shendell Oliver as well coming over from Perth. So be good to have you all around.
Yeah, it'd be good. Good fun. I haven't seen Shendell for a little while, so it'll be good to see her.
Yep, and Scotty Gill, the man that makes everything work. We don't do it without him, so we thank him. And on behalf of myself, Tony Watts, it's great to be back in the commentary box with the Australian Lacrosse Network. And until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you tomorrow.